To address the exponential rise of email usage, text messaging, and other communications technologies, the book Digital Universe by Peter Seal discusses that today we are in the age of interruption, a term coined by Thomas Friedman. Former Microsoft executive Linda Stone says that these constant interruptions create a mindset of what she calls continuous partial attention. In response to this theoretical issue, I conducted a demonstration and interviews to exhibit that the communication technologies of today's cell phones are a huge distraction to students who are trying to study or do their homework. To help me with this demonstration are three juniors at Manchester University, Kyle Reed, Brittany Rannells, and Aaliyah Johnson. Each participant read a 2.5-page article while their cell phones were next to them, ringer on. They were instructed to react to the distractions of texting and calling during their reading time, as they usually would if they were doing homework or studying for an exam.
Hi, my name is Kyle Reed, and I am a junior.
Footage is sped up for time purposes, but in real time, it took Kyle 5 minutes and 20 seconds to read this article. He responded to 4 text messages and answered 1 phone call that had a duration of 27 seconds. In total, Kyle spent 90 of his 320 seconds on his cell phone. That equates to 28% of his time. Again, time is sped up by 400% for time purposes, and some footage is not included. However, in real time, Aaliyah Johnson spent 7 minutes and 15 seconds reading this article. She responded to every text message she received, which was 7, and checked her school email account once for 40 seconds. In total, Aaliyah spent 190 of her 435 seconds on her cell phone. That means 44% of the time she dedicated to reading was instead spent distracted on her phone. Aaliyah is a great example of a negative side effect to Moore's Law. Because advancing technology has given us the ability to communicate extremely quickly, communicating extremely quickly has become the expectation for today's young people.
My name is Brittany Rannells, and I'm a junior.
It took Brittany, a resident assistant of Oakwood Hall, 8 minutes and 5 seconds to read the 2.5-page article. During this time, she responded to 6 text messages and answered a phone call from a resident that lasted for 93 seconds. Overall, she spent 200 of her 485 seconds on her cell phone. This equates to 41% of her time being spent on her phone rather than reading the article. Because Brittany is an RA, she says that she has to always answer her phone because it could be her boss, the hall director, or a resident. Brittany's case is a prime example of how employers, employees, and customers today have capitalized on the age of interruption by demanding lightning-fast communication across the board. After the demonstration, each participant was interviewed about their experience. Specifically, they were asked how this telecommunications media affects their lives and to reflect on the age of interruption via the expectation of communicating quickly and being available 24/7.
I do think I would probably be more productive with my schoolwork if I didn't have my cell phone always next to me. I'm not always available. Sometimes I don't hear it, sometimes it dies and I don't care, and sometimes I misplace it. So I think that's a myth because I text my friends sometimes and they don't answer me for 2-3 hours. So they're not always available, just like I don't answer for 2-3 hours sometimes. However, I think that there are, people in my generation and who are a little bit younger than me that do, have their phone with them constantly.
I feel it's a little overwhelming at points because, if you're trying to hang out with somebody one-on-one and they're getting constantly tweeted or something, it can be a little frustrating.
How do you react when someone texts, calls, tweets, or instant messages you on your cell phone while you're studying?
If somebody calls me, I normally pick it up right away, but if somebody texts me, then I wait till I'm done with that page or done with the question I'm working on,
If it's my hall director, I usually try to answer it pretty quick, but if it's a friend, like, I can sometimes I'll let it go, and then if they text again, like, I'll answer it the second time.
Do you feel stressed or get emotional when friends don't immediately answer your text messages or immediately call you back?
Yeah, I get stressed, especially if I'm asking them a question, like, relating to a project or something that I need to know the answer to relay information to someone else. And then I kind of go into panic mode, like, oh my god, what do I do? Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? Or if it's a night where, like, I just need to talk, or if I just need to vent and they aren't there to, it just makes me more upset. So
When it comes to iPhones, Droids, and Microsoft phones, the newer and most improved may not always be best. In accordance with Moore's Law, more powerful communication devices will continue to come. But as you can see here, this may not be in the best interest of students who could use a few minutes without a lightning-fast mobile mess to answer to.